to today's class on set theory. This day we'll be discussing set, and before the end of the class we'll be discussing introduction to set, then we'll also discuss ways of representing set. We'll also discuss types of set. We'll also discuss operations in set. We'll also discuss interpretation of Venn diagram. And we also discuss problems on set theory. Problems on set theory. So we'll have lots of videos on this topic. We'll start with introduction to set. What does set mean? Set simply means collection of well-defined objects. What do we mean by collection of well-defined objects? It simply means collection of objects, items, things that have something in common. Take for instance, if they ask you, mention set of farm tools we have, what comes to your mind? Will you start mentioning tea, bread? No, because they are not used in the farm. So what you will mention is tools you use in the farm. So you start mentioning rake, machete, digger, hoe, etc. Take for instance again, they say mention set of even numbers. What comes to your mind? Numbers that two can divide without remainder, not so? Yes. You start mentioning 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Will you start mentioning 1, 3, 5? No, because 2 cannot divide them without remainder. So these are examples of set we have. These are some of it. So when you talk about set, we are saying it is a collection of elements, items that have something, they must have something in common before they say they are set. Now, note that to represent set, the set itself is denoted or is represented with capital letter, whereas the elements or what we call members of that set is represented with small letters. These are small letters of letter A, letter E. So you must use small letters to represent it. And you must use curly brackets to represent set. You should not use this bracket or this bracket. They are totally wrong. So what you do is that you only use curly bracket in representing set. Now, there are two ways of representing set. One of the ways is set listing or roster or tabular method. And the second way is set builder or specifier method. So there are the two possible ways of representing set. What do we mean by set listing or roster or tabular method? This is a way of representing set by listing out or writing out all the elements or members of that set, one after the other, using comma to separate one from the other. And you enclose it in curly bracket. What do we mean by set builder or specifier method? This is another way of representing set by using formula, symbols, grammar, sentences in representing it. Take for instance, let's say set A is equal to set of farm tools. Set of farm tools. Then this one is called set builder or specifier method because you use grammar to represent it. But when you say set of farm tools are rakes, hoe, machete, etc. They are set listing or roster method because each of the elements are written out one after the other using command to separate one from the other. So you use command to separate one from the other when you talk about set listing or roster method. So these are two ways of representing set. When they say set B equal to set of even numbers, set of even numbers in mathematics, that means this is set builder or specifier method. But when you list out the elements of it, this means set listing or roster or tabular method. Why you see this dot I put is because set of even number do not have start or do not have end. Why numbers or even number do not have end is because numbers we have do not have end. So we don't know where it starts, we don't know where it ends, but we know the elements that make up even numbers. Now, when you talk about set of quaternary, set of quaternary, that means it is set builder or specifier method. But when you list elements out, such as spoons, fork, knives, etc., it means that is set listing or roster method. Then when you have a set written this way, B equals to S such that S is greater than 10 but less than 15. This is set builder or specifier method because you use formula to represent it. But when you write the element, this means S greater than 10 less than or equal to 15. That is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it means when you have two less than, one will be greater than, one will be less than. So S greater than 10 less than or equal to 15 because there are two less than, one will be greater than, one will be less than. So this is ways of representing set. Now note that in writing the element of a given set, no need of repeating the element more than once. I repeat, in listing out the elements of a given set, there is no need of repeating the element more than once. Take for instance, if they say set B equals to A, E, I, O, U. These are set of vowels in English language. You repeating elements such as A, E, I, O, U. Writing the element this way is wrong. Why? A repeated itself more than once, E repeated itself more than once. No need of repeating a particular element more than once. Just write it once. It is okay as far as you enclose it with curly bracket. But if you do not enclose it with curly bracket, you are not writing set anymore. If you say B equals to A, E, I, O, U. This set and this set are not the same. This set and this set are not the same. Why? Because you use open brackets here, whereas you use curly brackets here, so they are not the same. It's only when you use curly bracket that you can say they are the same, irrespective of repetition. Now also know that the position of a given element in a given set does not matter. Take for instance, set B equals to A, E, I, O, U. That set B is the same thing as E, A, I, O, U. So it means that whether this element A comes first or it did not come first, as far as the element you see here, you also see it here, they are the same. Okay, so these are some of the information you need to know on introduction to sets. We will go into types of sets, but see it in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our video as you enjoy it. See you in the types of sets.